Alright, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Kalpala Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Brakta Yahweh Kakadash, double honor to the elder, positive, great, Nelson, Woolville, the citation of oxygen, I'm preaching the truth across the four corners of the earth, the spirit of Pele Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, of the hope of elect, citation of the Israelite foreigner that scattered among the nations, that believe in the name of Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, shalom to the sisters and families that tune into the gospel, preach around the whole world, peace and mercy unto you, and who the world ignorantly called God, his name is Yahweh, and who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shai, and we're the Hebrew Israelites that consist of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and those in line descendants go back to one of the 12 tribes of Israel due to the scattering amongst the nations. Alright, there was a blue moon this past Wednesday, alright? Today being Saturday, kind of forgot about it, and I was at work. I wasn't able to catch it. But yeah, there was a blood moon, alright? It was on Wednesday, May 26th, okay? It was prevalent. I mean, you were able to view it, as you could see on the screen. I found the shot on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody got some good ass camera to take the pictures of the blood moon as you see. Alright. So you was able to see the called the Pacific. Alright. It said basically using the article from the AP. It said the first total lunar eclipse in more than 2 years coincided with a supermoon this week for quite a cosmic show. So it was also a flower moon, alright, and a blood moon, alright. It's the flower moon, if I'm not mistaken. It'll call super flower blood because it was known as a flower moon as well. It's another article from space.com. It said during this week's big lunar event called the super flower blood moon, the moon passes directly through Earth's shadow, causing it to appear red for the observer in part of the Americas, which is both North America, as well as Eastern Asia, Australia, Antarctica, and the Pacific Ocean. While the moon was below the horizon, invisible to the rest of the world, clouds and daylight obscured the view for some prospective observers. Okay. Space.com is flowers. Okay, you have each month when it's a full moon. Each month it have a basically a nickname for it. All right. And it said it's on Almanac, which is go to basically watching the moon or the sun, the what you call it, the trying to think of the name, the solstice and stuff like that, when it's you're able to see those things in the heavens. Alright, the signs in the heavens. Alright. It's but flower moon. I just remember what it is. Yeah, so this month means flower moon. Why is it called a flower moon? The full moon names used by the old farmer's almanac come from a number of places, including Native American. A lot of the nicknames for these moons for each month came from Gad, the Gadite, alright, which are the so-called Native American Indians. Colonial American and European sources traditionally each full moon name was applied to the entire lunar month in which it occurred, not solely to the full moon. Then a flower moon, May flower moon, even though the full moon was not at May 1st, but it still encompassed within the month of May. All right, but we know for the Hebrew Israelite, we follow the days of the week in the calendar according to the moon cycle. All right. If the flower moon has been attributed to the Al Algonquin people, as confirmed by the Christina Ruddy of the Al- Algonquian Way Cultural Center in Pikwakanagan, Ontario, which is Canada. The May moon was also referred to as the month of flower by Jonathan Carver in his 1798 publication, Travel Through the Interior Part of North America. It said, as a likely Dakota name, Carver stayed with the Nawadawiti Dakota over a period of time. His expeditions covered the Great Lake region, including Wisconsin and Minnesota area. So that's pretty much. And you think about it, because the month of May, all right, the springtime, the flower blossom, so it kind of makes sense. All right. Now let me get the scripture real quick. In the rock, all right. How you tell you the moon is determined by the month is determined by the moon. All right. It's the Rock or Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha. All right. Verse. I'll probably get more of that scripture. It's Sirach 43, and said he made the moon also to serve in her seasons for a declaration of time and a sign of the world. Alright, so that's why the moon is one of the reasons why it was created. Alright, also to shine its light during the nighttime, alright, but also to clear the time and the time of the world. Hence, lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, full moon, all these things are signs in the world. Alright. So the moon is the sign of feast. So that's how we determine how we have the Passover. Alright, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the 14th day from the new moon. Alright. And other high holy days are dictated by the moon cycle, and that's how we count our days. Alright. The Sabbath. Alright. From sundown to sundown. And so forth and so on. From the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreases in her perfection. All right, so we have from full moon to waning, down to a silver line crescent, and it starts to cycle again. All right, new moon, the full moon, and so on and so on. All right. So the month is called after her name. All right, the month is called after the moon cycle. So for the full moon, which is known as the flower month, and it so happened to be a blood moon as well, a blood moon, because the moon appeared to be red due to the lining of the earth, sun, and moon. All right, to make it appear like red, which is known as blood in the scripture. All right, for a sign of the times. All right, for prophecy to be fulfilled. Instead, the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing. Wonderfully in the change from, like I mentioned a minute ago, from waxing to full moon to waning. All right, different cycle of the moon. Being an instrument of the army above. All right, what army? The angels shining in the firmament of heaven. All right, with the atmosphere, the sky that you see, that's the firmament of heaven. All right. So back to the article. So that was pretty much for the meaning for the flower, and then, like I said, how it was viewed across the Pacific area. All right. And then this is the first one of this year, 2021. All right. I'll get the scripture, Luke 21. Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun. So you got solar eclipse, a different thing going on with the sun, and in the moon. Alright, that's why I have a lunar eclipse. Alright, those are the signs that let us know what time we are or what soon to come. And in the stars, and upon the earth, the threats of nations. And we have that going on, the threats of nations. Alright, you're making the upwards of the people. People are protesting. Okay. With perplexity, the thieves and the wave warn. Alright. So we know these things are going on for prophecy's sake. Alright. Because Yahushua is dead. These are the things that are going to happen before I come back. Alright. So he's showing you that he's nearer than you think he is. Alright. And he's very soon to come. Men's heart filling them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. Alright, especially the elite, they're scared. Alright, and we'll see what happens on June 1st. Alright, with the revelation of the UFOs that they call. Alright, what we know as chariot of the angel. Alright, chariot of the Heavenly Father. That's the angel writing. That Yahushua is coming back in. If the apostolic things which are coming on the earth, for the power of heaven shall be shaken. Alright, the heaven, which is the rulership, all rulership will be shaken. Alright, and ultimately to be destroyed. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud. Cloud is a chariot. Alright, with the world known as UFO, the Yahushua is coming back in the chariot with power and great glory. So not only something with power, but with great glory as well. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your head, for your redemption draweth nigh. Alright? And that's why we rejoice in these things to happen. So we want these things to happen because our redemption is drawing nigh. Which means it's closer and closer. Which means how trying to deliver the elect. Alright? And hopefully we are a part of that elect number to be delivered. Alright. So that's pretty much it. I want to bring that out, and line up with the scriptures, prophecies, and whatnot. So with that, shalom.